So this is interesting. A little bit of breaking news. I'll put a link down below to a guy that has a lot of good links. What do I have it here? The E-Astronomer. JWST cancellation proposed. Basically, the short story is that some subcommittee has marked up the NASA budget and specifically said to cancel the James Webb Space Telescope that's going to take over for Hubble. It's been poorly managed. There's been some reviews that said that. It's over budget. Instead of $5 billion, $3 billion of which has been spent. Instead of 5 total, another 2, it's going to be at least 6 point something. So it could go over a few $billion. And this is money that was supposed to be spent between now and 2015, right? So we're not just talking a bulk sum. And, you know, I expect various reactions. People to, oh, why do we really need that? So expensive. All right. Well, the Iraq war costs $12 billion a month. You jerks. $12 billion a month. So if we just don't have the Iraq war, we save $12 billion a month. A month. Bulk. One time. Month per month. Per month. There's not a shortage of money between things like clean water in Africa, which, by the way, there's a UN project, hopefully to have done by 2015, to cut in half the number of people in Africa without access to clean water. That would cost $5 billion a year. Actually is going on, but they don't have that much donations. I guess they have half of that or something. For all the people in sub-Saharan Africa, well, for half of all the people, you could get them clean water. I was reading a study that showed direct links between economic freedom and sort of strength, you know, the robustness of economic systems and the economic freedoms of individuals. How there's a direct relation to access to clean water. Do you think that would pay off? You think getting Africa clean water would pay off? I think so. You know, I think they might buy iPods if they could just get developed enough. It's impossible. Well, no, actually, for the cost of the Iraq war alone, we could start the basic developments, you know, that we know seed. People given a chance with some roads and some water and some telephones that'll spark people continuing on providing things, buying things, developing a market, clear capitalist thing. Why do they prefer to blow up people we don't know than to give water to people we don't know? I don't know. So, I mean, it's not things like clean water or education or anything like that versus the science. Even $1 billion expensive high-tech project. That's an international effort that we will be bailing on. It's between like 2 months of Iraq war for these 2 huge projects. And if we didn't have the Iraq war, we're not even talking about having a smaller military. We'd still be like out militarizing everybody. Just this one war that we didn't need to fight. We don't fight, boom, all set. If in the 10 years of this war, you give every state $30–40 billion. Every state in this, or every person. Just give every person, you know, $6,000 for your kids and everybody too. It's a lot of money. We debate it. Should we? I think maybe, but should we? No, but what if we and what if them? We debate that. This JWST will hardly be debated outside the policy makers and the astronomers and stuff. They want to, fire $200 million a year worth of high-tech engineers building something that is known to keep us, the kind of thing that's known to keep us at the forefront of science. And it is mismanaged, but they're already fired the management. This isn't a business where the management was, spending money on capital. The management was tasked to accomplish a goal. If they can't do it, the management gets fired and you hire new management, right? The bosses of a project like that are the middle management. The real managers are the boards and the government and science oversight and so on that are charged with that ultimately. Congress, who delegates that to various organizations that delegate that to various boards. Right? Those boards can fire this management, hire new management. And they can investigate for malfeasance. Probably it's just mismanagement. And that's too bad, but that's one of the costs in things like this. All right? And there's probably benefits to that. I mean, a lot of that might be research done for solutions that were turned out to be dead ends. Or often people will waste money in science doing the research projects, the proof of concept for really ambitious things that are going to take $500 billion, and then it's like, we're not giving you $500 billion, and so the 200 million spent prototyping is wasted. But on the other hand, that's how eventually somebody reaches those goals. That prototyping is science. So it's not as bad as wasted money in the corporate world, unless literally, like in the corporate world, was just embezzled, which is highly unlikely. Yeah, but they're just gonna give up on it. There'll be Hubble's gonna die and that's it. Like, we're not getting anything from this. We're not getting as much value out of the space telescope, which for some reason everybody knows about. So maybe people value it. For 1 month of the Iraq war. Should we withdraw from our activated $12 million a month? Or we can have a space telescope that'll last 30 years. Fucking ridiculous.